Welcome, beautiful dreamer. I'm so glad you're here. This is a space to rest, to dream, and to come home to yourself. I'm Susan Bruck, and I invite you to listen and receive. Simply let the sound, story, and stillness carry you into deeper peace. Hello, I'm Susan Bruck, and welcome to this video or audio, if you're listening to the podcast, of my beautiful Dreamer Society. So today I will start by pulling a card from my Dreamer Path Oracle deck. I just realized I haven't pulled it out yet, but here it is. Then I wanted to reflect a little bit on my Substack post that I'm posting this week about, well, basically it's about what's me and what's not me. So separating these parts of ourselves from the parts that we think are ourselves but aren't really. I'll talk about that in a couple minutes, and then I'll share a little meditation with you that came out of one of my own meditations this week. So first, the card deck. Just a little shuffle here. Yeah. And then I'm just going to, oh, I can see them all, but you can't. But I won't look. Randomly pick a card. This card, the card for this week, this moment, is Dream of Air. So let me pull out my handy dandy little guidebook and let's see what I had to say about Dream of Air. So yeah, that's a copy of the original drawing. Dream of air. Wish upon a dandelion puff and watch air carry your dream into the realm of magic and possibility. Air holds your hopes gently, like Raphael's breath upon your cheek, lifting them into the sky's wide embrace. It carries the birds' song, the laughter of children, the prayers of countless hearts. All return to you transformed, refreshed, and enlivened. Here's the message. Air dreams of carrying love and beauty everywhere, weaving each hope into the greater dream of life. Your dream matters, and you are never alone. So, that is Dream of Air. And yeah, I just wanted to say a little bit about this experience that I had. I've been retaking the Liberate Meditation Coach training with Surah Kim. I first took it about 5 years ago and just loved it, and decided as I'm rebuilding my meditation practice and seeing what might want to come into the world that I have to offer of my wisdom and support, just seemed like a good time to retake it. So it's been really, really fun and enlivening to review all the processes. And one of my favorites is Surah's flow meditation, which is three basic steps. First you relax, then you listen to your heart, and then you have an intention. And there's a lot more that could be said about all of those, but I know for the intention, what I've been doing lately is just expressing gratitude, just expressing how thankful I am for this. So this particular day, I was feeling anxious. It was really hard for me to get my um, thinking to stop and to settle into my body and into my heart. So one of the things that Sora suggested we do is to think about who we're invoking, who or what we're invoking to kind of help create this sacred space. And I had, as I have a tendency to do over many years, kind of gotten a more and more complex invocation, kind of a formal invocation that I really only said to myself, but it tended to go on, and I was worried about leaving out anybody important, or I don't know. It just was done more out of a place of trying to please whoever I thought might be listening, rather than really coming from this authentic place in my heart of who or what do I want with me to support me in this meditation now. It doesn't have to necessarily be the same every day. And my answer was, when I asked my heart, was the Divine Mother. And as soon as I felt her presence, I just felt so loved and embraced, warm, and I could see how I was just stuck in my thinking and in these thought loops that go way back to my childhood. So after counting my breaths from 10 to 1, as I have shared with you before, that helps me to come back into my breath and into my body. I did that a few times, and then I wanted some grounding. So in most of my grounding meditations that I do or lead, we imagine that our roots are going down into the earth, which is wonderful, and which I will do again. But this day, I did something a little different. I was guided to just lay down on the ground. In my imagination, I was out in the forest, and there was a soft, leafy, mossy spot that I laid down on, and Mother Earth covered me with this warm, heavy blanket, mossy, smelling like earth. And I laid under that blanket, and I breathed, and I felt myself becoming one with the earth. So, even though my consciousness remained, I became one with the earth. My body became one with the earth. It was very, very relaxing and grounding. And I will definitely bring myself back to that again. But I kept coming back again and again to my getting stuck in my thoughts and in my thinking, because I would feel like, no, I can't do this. I'm not worthy of just relaxing. I can't be held like a child. I'm a 68-year-old woman. The Divine Mother gently but directly pointed out that this is my thinking, that people of any age can be held and loved, but that to think about this part of myself that was feeling like that, and that is a child part of myself, and to become that, or just to see myself as light and let myself be held. And as I still kept feeling those things, she suggested that I let them become a stuffed animal, basically. So I could begin to separate myself from this not me that I mistake as myself, my pain body. I think it really is my pain body, but it's so easy to think that that's bad, or something, like get rid of it. I don't know, like that we want to distance ourselves from a fight or push away. So, but instead, in this meditation, I could feel these feelings, rising thoughts, and these feelings of anxiety and self-judgment and not enoughness coming out of me and forming, and they formed into this little grungy old cotton rabbit. I never had, it's not something I ever had, but that's what it was. I had this thought that maybe it was like a porcupine or a poisonous snake, but I realized that was my thinking. This little stuffed bunny was something that had protected me in its own way, and that I had loved and that had loved me, kind of like the Velveteen Rabbit. Um, and it had gotten me through life. So I could honor it and respect it and let it go. I mean, I let it go in the meditation. All that stuff isn't gone yet, but it is definitely loosening its grip, or maybe a better way to say it is that I am beginning to recognize it for what it is, and I'm beginning to more and more be able to pull it outside of me, like this little stuffed animal, um, and see it as something separate from me. So that was really amazing. It was really um, an awesome meditation. Let me see. I'm just gonna look at my post to see if there's anything else I wanted to tell you. Oh, the puppy. I almost forgot the puppy. Um, so in my meditation, I had my little chewed up, loved up, battered by life bunny, stuffed bunny that I gave to the Divine Mother. And in return, I got a puppy. And so in my meditation, I was playing with the puppy, and the puppy was so full of life and bouncy and giving me kisses and running here and there. And then after a while, we both got tired and we just curled up and rested together. And I don't know, it was just a lovely, lovely experience. Not all my meditations are so vivid or feel so healing and transformative, but this was a really wonderful one. And I came back and I um, felt rested and energized and just better than I have, yeah, in a long time, at least since my surgery in December, or probably even for a long time before that. So um, I wanted to share a little bit of a meditation that comes out of all of that with you. So you can get comfortable. You can do this meditation either sitting up or laying down. You might like to do it laying down to help with the relaxation, although we're just going to do the well, you'll see. If you have a weighted blanket, or if you want to hold a pillow, or if you have a stuffed animal around to hold, you can, or you can, oops, put put your give yourself a hug, or put a hand on your heart, or your heart in your belly. Sometimes the physical touch can really help with the relaxation. So whatever you would like, just get yourself comfortable. And if you need to stretch a little first, or shake, or anything, go ahead and do that. And then take a deep breath and release it with a sigh, and let your eyes either close or just lower and soften your gaze. And we'll begin with 3 heart breaths. So we'll do that today by focusing on your heart center. You can place a hand there, or both hands if you like. And imagine breathing into your heart center from your back, breathing in peace, and then hold for a second in your heart space, And then breathing out through the front of your body, breathe out calm. Let's do that same thing a couple more times. Breathing in peace, breathing out calm, breathing in peace, breathing out calm. Now imagine yourself resting in a comfortable place outdoors. It might be the forest floor or a meadow or the beach. Find your comfortable spot and just notice what's all around you and what's beneath you. Feel, smell, hear. And then picture Mother Earth coming up beside you and covering you with a warm, heavy blanket. And as your body relaxes between Earth and this blanket, feel yourself becoming one with the Earth. You are Earth. The Earth is within you. Take a few deep, comfortable breaths here. Noticing how you feel. One with the Earth. Now, see if you can catch one of your thought loops. Might be a feeling of dis-ease or some physical pain or just a thought that's going through your mind. And if you can find it, imagine that you are sending it outside of yourself and let it take on some form, any kind of form that you like. For me, it was a stuffed animal, but it could be a stone or a plant or anything that your heart tells you. Keep sending these parts that are not you into this place, into this thing that you might be holding or might be next to you or somewhere nearby. If you can, meet it with gratitude and kindness and curiosity, knowing it's not you, but that it has helped you to get through your life so far in the best way it could. And just take a little time to observe how you feel, how it feels to have not you outside of yourself. If you feel ready to let it go, you can give it to Mother Earth, or you can hold on to it for now. Either way, ask Mother Earth if she has a gift for you. And receive whatever that is into your heart space. And bringing this gift with you, gently bring your awareness back, your body, to the present time and space. If you'd like, you can gently wiggle your fingers and toes or stretch. Let your eyes open. And that is our practice for today. Thank you so much for joining me. I'd love to hear how this experience was for you, and just any thoughts you might have about this separating self from not self. I'm finding it to be a tricky in some ways, but very rewarding process. And for now, I wish you deep peace and joy and play and lots of good puppy energy. And I will see you next time. Bye-bye.